In this video we are going to go over Algebra 1 or level K, AA.2, factor out a monomial on IXL. So your typical question will say, factor out the greatest common factor. If the greatest common factor is 1, just retype the polynomial. So our first example is 4f squared plus 8f. Okay, so what I do is I like to find the factors of 4f squared and 8f so I can find a GCF. So here's 4f squared, here is 8f. I know the factors of 4 are 1, 2, and 4, and the factors of f squared are f and f, because f times f is f squared. The factors of 8 are 1, 2, 4, 8, and f. I like to put a box around what they have in common. They have a 1 in common, they have a 2 in common, they have a 4 in common, and they have a single f in common. So what does that mean? That means that the GCF is the highest number they have in common, which is 4, and they have a single f in common. So the greatest number is 4, and they have a single f in common. The next thing you need to do is divide 4f squared plus 8f by 4f. So I am going to rewrite 4f squared plus 8f, and I'm going to divide it by my GCF, which I will put in red because I wrote GCF as 4f in red. So 4 divided by 4 is 1, f squared divided by f is f. 8 divided by 4 is a positive 2, f divided by f is 1, that cancels, so I have f plus 2 left. Okay, that is not the answer. I need to include the GCF on the outside. Why do I need to do that? Well, think of factoring as the opposite of distribution. If I were to distribute 4f times f, I would get 4f squared, which is our original. And if I did 4f times positive 2, I'd get a positive 8f. That confirms that my answer is correct. So if I were to write that out, I'm going to use this, do this using the area method. So 4f times f is 4f squared. 4f times a positive 2 is 8f. So that equals 4f squared plus 8f. Okay, so that confirms that I am indeed correct. Okay, let's do another example. This is around the 55 SMART score. It's pretty much the same thing. We have 5z minus 15. So again, I'm going to take the factors of 5z and a 15. I know the factors of 5 are 1 and 5, and we cannot forget about that z. The factors of 15 are 1, 3, and 5. We need to find what they have in common. They have a 1 in common. They have a 5 in common. My GCF is 5, because that is the only thing they have in common. 15 does not have a z after it, therefore there are no variables. So what we need to do now is divide 5z minus 15 by 5. So I have 5z minus 15, and I'm going to divide by 5. 5 divided by 5 is z. Or sorry, 5 divided by 5, that cancels, or it's 1. I have z left. And 15 divided by 5 is 3. Remember, z minus 3 is not the answer. We need to include our GCF on the outside. So again, if you wanted to check, we could do this by distribution. 5 times z is 5z. 5 times negative 3 is negative 15. 5z minus 15, 5z minus 15. That checks out. I will do one more example. Just slide my camera down. So this one is in the challenge zone. It's about 90 smart score or higher. We have 12r to the 6th, s to the 5 plus 33 r to the 5th, s to the 9th, minus 45 r squared s. So I'm going to find the factors of 12r to the 6th, s to the 5th. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. And then you need 6 r's. 6. And I need 5 s's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Seems like a lot. It's really not. Next, we need 33 r to the 5th, s to the 9th. Factors of 33 are 1, 3, 11, 33. I'm going to write 5 r's. Now, for the s's, if you don't want to write out 9 s's, if we look at 12 r's to the 6th, s to the 5th, we know there can't be more than 5 s's, so I'm only going to write down 5. Okay, so there's 5. But I know it can't be 9 s's, so I'm going to cross those out right away. And our last factor is 45 r squared s. Factors of 45 are 1, 3, 5, 9, 15, and 45. And we have r for r squared, and an s. Okay. So we need to find what they have in common. 1, 1, 1, 3, 3, 3, and that is it for the number. So GCF is 3. Now, we have many r's, and here we only have 2 r's. So I know we need 2 r's. So we're going to have r squared. Next, I have one s down here, so there must be one s in the GCF. Okay? So what I'm going to do next is take 12r6 s to the 5th plus 33r to the 5th s to the 9th minus 45r squared s. And I'm going to divide that by our GCF. 3r squared s, 3r squared s, 3r squared s. Now when I say divide, I mean I'm going to divide each term in the polynomial. So 12 divided by 3, we get 4. R to the 6th divided by r squared is r to the 4th. And s to the 5th divided by s is s to the 4th. Plus 33 divided by 3 is 11. R to the 5th divided by r squared is r to the 3rd. S to the 9th divided by s is s to the 8th. Remember, these s's really have an exponent of 1. And last, 45 divided by 3 is 15. R squared divided by r squared cancels out. S cancels out. And the last touch we need is 3r squared s on the outside. Okay? To check that, you can multiply them. I will not here, simply because I am out of space on my paper. And that wraps up this video. Good luck.